This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Yesterday was Christmas. The celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. There's two ways you can handle Christmas, I guess. There's multiple ways you can handle Christmas. When you're an elected leader or a ex-elected leader, you can send out a message like Joe Biden did, extolling the virtues and the historicity of Christmas, invoke or evoke terms relative to the season and the religion the holiday is based on. Mercy and peace on earth, a love that passes understanding. Joe Biden did that. I'm going to read this tweet. There's two purposes for this video. One is to kind of compare and contrast Joe Biden as President of the United States of America and the ex guy, the perpetually aggrieved Donald Trump, who took a moment on Christmas to rail and be angry about all kinds of stuff. He also calls himself clairvoyant, psychic. We're going to get to all of that. Anyway, let's read Joe Biden's tweet. Christmas tweet. This came on Christmas Eve, 9:02 a.m. on Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas. There is a certain stillness at the center of the Christmas story. A silent night when all the world goes quiet and all the clamor, everything that divides us fades away in the stillness of a winter's evening. I wish you that peace this Christmas Eve. You know, probably written by somebody else. Okay. But it's a message of peace, of love, of unity, of putting aside that which divides us. Donald Trump, same day, only hours later. Same day, only hours later. Same day, only hours later, he had a representative example of how to approach a Christmas message. And instead, he posted on Truth Social this: Merry Christmas to everyone, including the radical left Marxist that are trying to destroy our country, capital C. The Federal Bureau of Investigation that is illegally coercing and paying social and lamestream media to push for a mentally disabled Democrat over the brilliant, clairvoyant, and USA-loving Donald J. Trump. And of course, the Department of Injustice, which appointed a special prosecutor, I don't know why that's in quotes, who together with his wife and family hates, quote unquote, Trump. Don't know why Trump is in quotes. More than any other person on earth. Love to all. He finishes it. Now look, there are two ways we can look at this. I want to focus in on this clairvoyant thing, because conservatives don't care. But let's talk about it. So either, one of two things. Either Donald Trump truly believes he's a psychic. In fact, let's do this. Let's define terms here. Clairvoyant is defined as a person who claims to have a supernatural ability to perceive events in the future or beyond normal sensory contact. And that's the noun, the adjective. Having or exhibiting an ability to perceive events in the future or beyond normal sensory contact. So either Donald Trump believes he is truly a psychic, or he's so f***ing dumb he doesn't know what the word clairvoyant means. I believe it's the latter. I believe he just doesn't understand what the actual definition of the word is, because he's such an unmitigated disaster of a human being. The problem lies in the fact that MAGA world, Republicans that overwhelmingly love and give devotion to their dear leader, Donald Trump, their demigod, Donald Trump, they don't care about either. They don't care if he thinks he's psychic. They also don't care if he's so fucking dumb he doesn't know the definition of a pretty basic word. Neither one of those things rattle their cage at all. The other message on Christmas, this one also, just before the clairvoyant one, he thinks he's a psychic, on Trump, Truth Social as well, he's railing against the committee investigating the insurrection, the House Select Committee investigating the events of January 6, 2021. The world witnessed what took place that day. We witnessed what Donald Trump did leading up to the insurrection, inciting the violence. We witnessed the subsequent failed coup attempt, the attempt to reinstall Donald Trump as president, even though in direct contravention of the vote that had just taken place that past November, which elected overwhelmingly Joe Biden by more than 7 million votes, Joe Biden to be president of these United States. And the unruly white nationalist mob attacked the Capitol in an effort to sway the members of Congress from doing their duty to certify the election, to try to at least delay it so the states could send their fake electors. It's all a conspiracy. And not conspiracy like 9/11 was an inside job conspiracy. These individuals entered into a conspiracy, one with another, to defraud the United States and to disenfranchise 81 plus million Americans. A criminal conspiracy. Donald Trump took to Truth Social on Christmas Eve in a whiny, insane fit, a tantrum, and he said this: "The Unselect Committee's January 6th report is a hoax." It's a hoax. No different than Russia, and all of the other scams that the disinformation-laden Democrats have been planting for years. If I weren't leading by a lot in the polls, capital P for some reason, remember, English is this doofus's first language, his only language. You would think having a degree from an Ivy League institution would have at some point bestowed the knowledge requisite to speak fluently, to write fluently in his native tongue. But again, dumb fuck. Leading by a lot in the polls, capital P, against both parties. This continuation of falsehoods and lies would end quickly if he weren't leading in the polls. Like, threw off my rhythm of reading. I won in 2016. He didn't. Did much better in 2022. In 2020, rigged. So is he saying here that the fact that he did better in 2020 is what was rigged? Who knows with Donald Trump? And the radical Marxists, it is hilarious to me. This is another term that gets used by Republicans constantly, is Marxism. And they're accusing Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff, middle of the road Democrats, of being Marxists. Even AOC and the squad aren't full-on Marxists. It's a bizarre accusation. And the radical Marxists don't want to run against me or MAGA in 2024. I had almost nothing to do with January 6th. Free speech! I had almost nothing to do with January 6th. That's not the denial you think it is. Donald Trump. Wow. I had almost nothing to do with the murder of my last wife. Almost. Oh, lost my pen. Almost nothing. Maybe I should be less animated and keep my pen in my hands. Look, The reason I'm continuing to talk about Donald Trump is the fact that he is running for president of the United States once again. You can't just ignore the leading contender for the Republican nomination. A lot of people say, why are you still giving him press? Why are you still talking about him? To ignore him would be to ignore a fascist existential threat to the country. We must keep him on our radar, understanding what is at play because of what is at stake. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can tell me how wrong I am. 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. You can support this channel and my work, help produce my work by several different ways. One, if you're into it, only if you're into it, and it is in your means financially, if you have to budget it in, do not give me a penny. But if you are in a position to do so, please consider supporting my work. You can buy merch. We've got a bunch of new designs. You can go to dollemore.info for that. Or you can simply click the join button below, become a channel member for as little as $1.99 a month. You can also go to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. Both those are great ways to support what I do right here. Follow me on social media for as long as I'm there, @Dollemore on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, @Dollemore. I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. I hope you had a good holiday. Continue to be genuine and continue into the new year and beyond to take care of one another.